Welcome to 15-Minute Yoga. My name is Bill Eakey, and I'll be guiding you through the next quarter hour or so. Today we'll be working on shoulders, loosening the shoulders, relaxing the muscles that control our shoulders and the upper back. Let's begin in a seated position. Let the hands come down by the sides, and let's simply begin by rolling the shoulders up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Up, back, and down. Then reverse. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. And once more back, up, and forward. Very good. Bring the hands out to the sides. Raise the arms up. Let the gaze follow the fingertips. The palms come together and the hands come to heart center. Palms out to the sides. Arms come up. Gaze follows fingers. Hands together at heart center and out to the sides. Hands come up, palms together. Hands to heart center, out to the sides. Two more times. Palms come up high. Stretch those shoulders, stretch those arms. Palms to heart center and to the side. Once more. Up, heart center, and to the side. Very good. Now, bring the hands up and the elbows in close to the ribs. The palms are facing forward. We're going to call this position in. Extend the arms. We'll call this position out. In, out. In, out. In, out. Now, swing the hands forward. Palms come up and face behind. This position we'll call up. Out, in, out, up, out, in, out, up, out, in, out, up, out, in, out, up, out, in, out, up. Now I'm going to continue to move through our out, in, out, up motion. And as we do, note that we're not moving especially fast. We certainly have the capacity to move much faster. But this is a good movement to do in moderation in terms of speed. And as you go up, pull those hands back, stretching the shoulder muscles. Okay, 3 more. In, out, up, out, in, out, up, out. Last one, out, up, out, and let's bring our hands back down by the sides. Once again, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, up, back, and down, up, back, and down. Very good. Extend the left hand forward and cross it over the chest. Bring the right palm to the left bicep. Pull the arm back toward the chest. Now we're going to hold this pose for 30 seconds. And so if that gets to be too much for you, if it's too hard on the arm or the shoulder, certainly release and go back to a more relaxed motion with the hands down by the sides. You might feel some pull in the upper arm, outer shoulder, and release. Other side. Right hand goes across the chest. Left hand comes up onto the tricep and pulls the arm in, stretching the shoulder. And once again, we'll hold this position for 30 seconds. 30 seconds can seem like a long time. And release. Hands down by the sides. Extend the left arm forward. Turn the palm to face the ceiling. Bend the elbow. Bring the hand to the top of the shoulder or the back. Try and let the elbow point up toward the ceiling and then bring the right hand over onto the outside of the elbow and pull across. We're going to be holding this pose for 30 seconds also. Now, as you hold this, I'll point out that in this pose, we're stretching down underneath the arm, as well as the back, compressing as well as doing some stretching of the back of the left shoulder. The right shoulder is pulling a bit. There's some stretch in that right shoulder. And our 30 seconds is almost up. And release. Now, extend the right arm out, bend, right arm comes back, elbow points toward the ceiling, left hand grasps the outside of the elbow, and we hold this position once again for our 30 seconds. Holding, keeping the spine straight, feeling that stretch in the arm, in the right arm, and feeling some stretch and effort in the left shoulder. And time is up. Very good. Let's move down onto our backs. Take a moment when you're here on your back to just relax for at least a few breaths, letting the feet fall away. Arms are loose. We soften those places in the back where the back touches the mat. Now let's move into a full body stretch. Point the toes forward. Let the arms come overhead, palms face, fingers pull away. Very good. Now, bring the hands together and send the hands over to the right. Bring the feet together. Send the feet over to the right. We're in a banana pose, keeping the shoulders down on the mat. Now you have an option here of grasping the left wrist with the right hand and pulling that arm a bit more. And you have an option of crossing the left ankle over top of the right ankle, increasing the stretch on the side and stretching that left shoulder a bit more. Come back to center. Take the hands over to the left, feet over to the left corner of the mat. You have the option in this pose of grasping the right wrist with the left hand and of crossing the right ankle on top of the left ankle. Shoulders stay flat on the mat. We may feel a pull in the right arm, right shoulder. Very good. And release. Do your full body stretch. Pull those hands away from the body. Feet point forward. And then we'll bring the hands down to our sides. Now we're going to move through a flow here that I'm going to call snow angels. So the legs are long. The feet are flexed. The toes point back toward the knees. Place the hands so they're on the floor, on the mat, and then raise them up several inches. Now, we're going to begin to circle the arms out away from the body. The hands make a great big circle. And as we get up to a point where I am right now, the arms are away, we find we can't move the arms any further. The shoulders stop us. And so we're going to sweep the hands back down to the legs. Hands make a big circle again. We come out, stretch, we get to our limit, and then we hold a second and bring the hands back in. 2 more times, the hands come out. We get to a point where we can't move the shoulders any further. The arms can't move any more unless we would turn the hands. We keep the hands facing the floor. And one last time, we make our snow angel motion and bring the hands back to the sides. Now, we're going to do the same thing, but turn the palms up facing the ceiling. Sweep the arms in a circle, come around. Now, here we can go a little further, but if we're going to continue to go to the point where the hands can touch, you might want to turn the hands in and face each other. It's not necessary. Those palms could still face the ceiling. Then bring the hands down to the side. Sweep the arms out and around and back down. Sweep the arms up and around and back down. Very good. We're going to move through a motion that I'm going to call breaststroke. Bend the knees, bring the feet flat to the mat. Bring the hands together, palms touch, up above the torso where the hands are pointing at the knees. Now, bend the elbows, letting the fingers arc so they're facing the ceiling, and then continue to bend the elbows so the hands are over the face, and extend the arms over the head. As you get to your edge, sweep the hands into our circle like we did for our snow angel, but this time the little fingers are facing the floor. The palms come back together, pointed at the knees. Elbows bend, hands come over the face, arms extend, arms sweep down, palms together, fingers face the knees, elbows bend, hands come back over the face, long sweeping down. Elbows bend. And one more time. Very good. Now, roll over onto your left side and spin up and around into a standing kneeling position. So you're on your knees, but you're upright. If this is hard on the knees, feel free to put a blanket or a towel underneath those knees. We're going to begin by extending our arms out, crossing right arm over left, elbows touch, and then bringing the hands up. Now you might be able to get the backs of the hands to touch together. That would be fine if you can do that. If you can get the palms to touch, so much the better. These are eagle arms, and once we're in our eagle arms, see if you can raise your elbows just a bit. We're going to hold our eagle arm position here for about 15 seconds. You feel a big stretch across the back of the shoulders, I suspect. And release, arms go out wide. This time we'll cross the arms, putting the left on top. Again, if you can get to where the backs of the hands touch, that's great. If you're here, that's okay too. But if you can get the palms together, do that. Raise the elbows up a bit. And once again, we'll hold this position for about 15 seconds. And release. Very good. Extend both arms out forward, palms face. Turn the palms away, bring them back behind the back, interlace the fingers, and pull the hands away from the torso. Opening up the chest, pulling the shoulders back, possibly, if it doesn't affect your balance badly, gazing up to the ceiling. And release. Roll the shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down. That concludes our 15-minute yoga class today, focusing on shoulders. Feel free to spend a few additional moments in a seated position or lying down with your eyes closed, focusing on your breath, just to relax before you finish your work for today. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.